Do you think Orthodox Christianity is a bad thing?
No. They probably are the closest. I'm personally an Odinist, probably the closest thing where you're going to draw the most parallels to the Orthodox.
You're going to draw the most parallels between Orthodox Christianity and Norse mythology.
No, between Germanic society. The basic society is pretty much the same. There's extreme parallels. In fact,
it's okay. So Elder Lion would have to agree, but I mean, we could do this topic right here. But it's Elder Lion's.
I'm gonna give him what he paid. I'm gonna give him what he wants.
They paid for it. They paid for it.
Assisted self-deletion.
Yeah, he thinks that Balderson won too easy last time. So he does wanna. It's up to them. Well, now he's leaving it up to you. So what do you want to do?
You're in favor of it, just so we're clear.
I'm in favor of it in situational conditions. Do I think it should be willy-nilly allowed? No, that's insane. But in situational conditions, absolutely. There's again hospice care, which
Wait, don't give your whole argument away yet. You wanna do this?
Clarifying that we got a disagreement here. Just clarifying that we got a disagreement.
Okay. Word. So you got a disagreement then?
Would I let danger-haired teenagers, go and kill themselves because they had a bad week? No.
Okay. So we are going to 5 minutes, folks. It is 10 to add a minute to the 1v1. At the end of the 1v1, we will put up a poll and you guys will vote for the winner. The loser will have their soul taken.
1 versus 1. I will take the loser's soul.
Good luck to both of you.
So you're saying in exceptional circumstances we can give a moral pass to this.
I don't and again, when you're talking about the whole reason that you're talking about it being immoral is either A, you're a Christian, so you just have a religious reasoning for being against self-deletion, or and that's really the only, or B, you're looking at the productivity of the person, throughout their lifespan, understanding that a 20-year-old, a 25-year-old has a very limited lifetime. And while things to them might seem very, untenable, we all understand that they've got a long future in front of them. You can't mentally let them do that. Now, when we switch
under this, if we're going to make exceptions, then why can't we? Why not?
Well, we could, but it would be again. Then that's
this is the problem is that it's inconsistent.
That's going to be a very subjective thing.
No, so this is the problem with saying you're going to make certain exceptions is that ultimately you really can't come up with a good reason as to why you wouldn't make certain exceptions for other
I'm waiting
people.
for you to come up for a good reason why somebody that's in horrifying pain and is absolutely going to die is in the very near future can't decide I'm going to skip out on the pain. I'm going to skip out on the heroin, which is going to shut down my digestive system, make it so I can't poop, which is, I don't know if you guys ever been around babies, not a particularly wonderful thing. They scream about that a lot. And you're just going to make me do that. And I'm not going to lead a life. So outside of my God told me so, tell me a good reason why I need to go ahead and keep stringing grandma along while she's dying. And I can't let her stop.
No, suffering is innately part of the human condition. If you're going to say, well, it's okay that we provide a mechanism for people to self-delete because of a particular level of suffering, then why aren't we validating other people's level of suffering? Why do we inconsistently put a lot of time and financial backing into anti-self-deletion awareness campaigns and outreach and services and hotlines? Why do we seem to really care about certain people not self-deleting, but we don't care about others doing it? If we're going to be consistent, we should care about everybody doing it. And we have to take the stance that it is always wrong on a base level.
So certain people are going to have a productive, good life. Certain people are never again going to have a productive, good life. Those people, there's no reason for them to have to be here, especially given that most of the reason they're still there is through societal intervention.
Why not? Their life is equal. That person's life has equal value to a healthy person.
Really? How?
Because all life is sacred. We have a moral duty to prevent murder. We value
murder. That's self-deletion.
We value the protection and the sanctity of life in general. That's why we care about murder, just as one example. So if you're going to say that all lives are equally valuable, then
all lives aren't equally valuable. Tell me why outside of this
in a moral sense, there's no difference between if you murder one person versus if you murdered a different person.
That has nothing to do with value. That has to do with the act of murder being just a bad thing in general.
But that's the thing, is that we're saying that what we're saying now is that, and this is where the problem is that what you are saying, that it's like, oh, well, we can make these exceptions, but then why are we saying people people with mental illnesses are valuable? Why are we trying to save them with outreach versus, just using palliative care and making a terminally ill person comfortable so that their life can run out its natural course?
There's a good chance that from the mental issue, they can recover. From a terminal issue, which there's never been such a thing as a terminal mental disease, from a terminal issue, which is an actual objective physical.
Then why are there different standards? Why have different standards?
Are we supposed
what level of pain? What level of pain on the 1 to 10 scale? What level of pain would you say would be acceptable for someone to be medically assisted?
It's subjective.
That's why I'm asking the subjective portion.
It's subjective, but there's certain things like, kidney failure or liver failure or bone marrow cancer that there is no subjective. They're a 10 every time. Every moment of every day is nothing but excruciating pain.
How do you know there are 10?
Yeah, how are you?
What makes that a 10? What makes that a 10?
People have different levels of pain tolerance.
Special
pain
drugs,
is subjective in many ways.
They prescribe them drugs that the rest of us aren't allotted because of the extreme pain.
Okay, so here's my argument to what you're saying. Okay, you're wanting people who are in like a level 10 situation to be the people that we would actually do this with. And the thing is, everyone's level 10 is subjective. Like, I've been in a pool that was electrocuted. I know what that feels like. Someone who hasn't and has never experienced that pain might get stabbed on the toe and think that's level 10 and want to ixnay. So you have to set a standard as to the level of pain and what correlates to an acceptable situation to where you could do that.
For a stub toe.
So you're saying the medications provided would be the standard then? Is that what you're saying? You're saying the medications provided would be the standard then? Because the medications provided currently for people who have headaches are the same as people who are on death row in the hospital, people who are on hospice. So does somebody who has a headache, should they be allowed to self-ixnay?
Are they going to
give listen, let me tag myself in. Okay, there is a physical pain scale where they can track things. Certain levels of pain can be tracked. If a person gets cut, it feels the same to different people. They have different tolerances, but that doesn't matter. pain can be allocated to certain areas. That's why you can get deadening shots. It isn't subjective. Certain types of pain feel the same. Kidney
It is
stones suck
subjective.
for
It is
everyone.
subjective.
Wait, so pain is objective?
Yeah,
Balderson
How does
is
that?
already
Suck
said
for
he's
everyone.
assuming a
Hold
level
up.
of pain.
Hold up, guys.
I don't know how that's possible.
We got.
Yeah, where do you
we got
find that information?
locked in?
I know it
all right?
because of personal
Hold on.
experience.
Speak
There's a
easy,
scale.
Sean. Chill. Chill.
Motherfuckers. That's 2 minutes locked in. All right. All the votes is in. It's only 29 votes. Come on, chat, get those votes in.
Damn.
We need y'all to participate in this voting, okay? But 29 votes, 68% has decided that our winner of the 1v1 is Wicked Wally. Balderson, tell them where they can find you and tell them why they should bring you back.
You can find me at Deliberating Dogface Dudes, or here on September 27th, we'll be speaking at the Big Flattoberfest event and doing a live alchemy demonstration. So anybody that wants to come see the alchemy done in person,
Wow.
not just talking about it. So that's going to be done live and in person. Come on down to Spartanburg, North Carolina or South Carolina. And come join us and Deliberating Dogface Dudes. And I probably have the most cats, so I don't know.
Dave, well, I appreciate you. If someone brings you back, you're more than welcome. If not, you can always come to the after panel as well. And until then,
your soul is mine.
Fatality.
hey, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Another soul taken, ladies and gentlemen. And this is early. This is early.
Yeah, that's 3 souls in the first hour. Are they preparing to kick it out yet?
Yo, but by the way, pain isn't subjective. Can you guys explain that to me? Because what is subjective is your tolerance to pain.
Yes,
Have you seen anybody get burned and say this feels great? Is it subjective? If I burn somebody, are they not?
No.
Pain. That's subjective.
They will feel pain, but
yes,
it is
your tolerance to pain is subjective. Pain is not subjective.
That's sure. Well, no, yeah, they'll feel pain, but the level of pain is subjective. Because what your 10 is might be an 8 to me. I have a better tolerance.
Do you know how you taste pain?
Subjective.
You guys know how you taste pain. Do you think you just ask and you like circle a smiley face? Do you think there's not a taste for pain?
They do actually. There's a degree of that where there's certain injuries and things like that. They will prescribe.
Yeah, there's taste for pain. Because everybody's claiming that there's not, but there's taste for pain. Did you guys know that?
What is it?
I don't ask for pain.
You can watch nerve function. You can see nerve reactions with pain. You guys know the little hammer when you tap on somebody's leg? You can see reactions even in old school tests. You can taste the brain, the neurocircuitry, and see. Do you think none of that shows up with pain? Do you think there can't be correlatives drawn between, this thing is kind of this level?
Almost all of the areas that highlight for pain inside the brain also highlight for extreme pleasure. There's only a few spots that don't, that are different, and those are very hard for them to pinpoint for sure. So that kind of doesn't really hold water here.
Yeah, I can put it another
neural
way.
issues you can.
I am also confused how you're saying it's not subjective when subjective just means mind dependent. So, I mean, without the mind, then there wouldn't be pain.
Well,
so it is mind dependent.
Pain
like a baby would experience pain in a different way than an adult would.
Hey,
yo,
howdy.
I just want to say, masochism is a thing. Just throwing that out there.
But my point is pain itself
Jamie
is
is
not
bringing up
subjective.
S&M.
You do feel pain regardless. Everybody will feel pain, but whether it's a 10 or an 8 or a 6 or whatever, that is very much subjective.
It very much is, because over time you will build up a tolerance and your brain will react differently to different pains.
I mean, anecdotally, but you know, Easy had his tooth pulled a while back, and it kind of kicked his ass, right? I had 5 teeth pulled all at one time, and I had 0 pain meds. Did I have pain? Yes, but in terms of what I would consider as a scale, 1. It was just mostly discomfort. But there was pain, but it didn't kick me on my ass. I fucking went to work the next day.
So my question would be, if I say stub your toe, break a bone, get half of your body burnt, do you think you'd be able to rank these in order? And do you think there would be a correlation between the different types of things people would say is a higher pain level than another?
That's easy. 1, 1.5, and 2.